Welcome back to pregame.tv. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined in studio, my partner in crime, Ken Thomson. We're going to try to pound out some winners for you guys this week. We're coming to you a day early this week. We're taping on Wednesday.
We say that every week. We went from Friday to Thursday to Wednesday.
Hey, what are you going to do? Well, this week we had a good excuse. Busy week this week. The big LVH seminar on Friday, and I'll actually be speaking on one of the panels. So a lot of stuff to get ready for. So we're in here studio early. And we're going to take a look at a Thursday night preseason game. Ken, week 3 traditionally is the dress rehearsal week. This is the week that coaches are going to take the starters. Generally, they like them to come out and go into the third quarter, so they get used to going in at halftime, cooling down, making adjustments, come out for that first drive in the second half. We're looking at New England at Detroit, and I got to ask you where I start with the Detroit Lions. Were you surprised at the end of last season that Schwartz kept his job?
Yeah, I think he's a player's coach. I think the players like him. And I still, every time I think of Schwartz, I just see Harbaugh smacking him in the back. It's like the one thing I cannot get out of my mind.
I think you should have smacked him in the back of the head.
I'll tell you, I thought Schwartz wanted to just throw down. It was funny, though. But that's one of the classic little bites, video bites that I remember clearly. But I'll tell you what, I love the offense. They had to address the defense. Defensive line's pretty good. They need help secondary-wise, because if you're going to throw with Stafford and company, Calvin Johnson, Megatron, you're going to score points, but the other team's going to come back at you, and that's the main thing. I think Reggie Bush is a perfect type of back if he can stay healthy. That's the whole problem. Reggie Bush, you had Javid Best, he couldn't stay healthy. I like that type of scat back, especially on the turf in Detroit when Stafford's in trouble and his receivers are covered. Get it out there. Reggie Bush, excellent receiver out of the backfield, has always been that way. High school, college at USC, and of course now with Detroit after Miami.
Well, it definitely adds as like a security blanket for Stafford when he's in trouble. But you look at this offense the first 2 weeks. Last week they were putrid, the Lions. I mean, they went into Cleveland, and I know you're high on the Browns this year, and a lot of people are.
I noticed you're wearing a brown shirt there. I got you. I got you thinking.
They played well. I actually had them as a premium play last week, so I'm fond of them this week. Right. But this is a situation that when I look at preseason, the place I start is really who wants the game more, who has an agenda or a purpose. And I look at the New England Patriots, and really, what do they care about this game? I mean, they know who's going to be their starters on this team. There's a few positions up for grabs, but they're going to go through the motions. And Tom Brady last week, he gets hurt earlier in the week, little minor scare. Everybody pulls the games off the board here in Vegas. And then he goes out and hits 11 out of 12 in the preseason game. Doesn't look like Tom Brady's, rusty at all. Everything's good with him. But I look at this Lion offense, and last week they got nothing done in Cleveland, which makes me like them this week because this is the dress rehearsal week. They're going to drill that offense this week, I think, in practice, and we should see that on, Thursday night. What do you think?
I agree. I think they opened it up big time. You're right. New England, they know what they have. A little bit of a statement there where all of us speculating, Brady, the knee, it's the same knee, what's up? Of course, when he tried to go to practice the next day after the game without the knee brace, Mr. Kraft wouldn't have any of it. Make sure you wear that knee brace, at least in practice. So we'll see. Again, Brady's got a good offensive line, and they need to keep him upright. He's not a kid. I know he still looks young, still in great shape, but again, he's not mobile. He's never really been a mobile guy. But again, they're going to have to keep him healthy. But I think he's in and out of there quicker than Stafford and company, even though it is a dress rehearsal type game. Again, like you said, New England light years ahead team-wise of a Detroit over the years. Now, of course, all the things that have gone on off the field with New England during this past offseason has been, a circus, but they're still a veteran team for the most part.
Well, you know what? This is my video, my free pick. Let's make it official.
Let's do it.
As I said, with the offense looking as bad as it did last week, I know they're going to put a big emphasis on the offense this week. They haven't scored an offensive touchdown yet, so they're going to want to get with the first unit. So they're going to get a lot of work this week, well into, they'll go through the half and into the third quarter. Also, I look at it and you talk about coaches that need to win or want to win more than the other. Bill Belichick doesn't care. And if you look at his record, Bill Belichick, 41-34 straight up in preseason. Not that great. Is ATS is 37-32. You look at situation with Schwartz here, and he has been a guy 13-5 straight up in the preseason, 12-6 against the spread. He wants to win, and I think if he ever needed to win, it's this year. He's got a lot of people question that he survived last year. There were a lot of rumors that maybe he wouldn't survive the season the way they fell apart last year, and he needs to win. And I think after the poor performance they had last week, he's going to want to have a good performance this week heading into the season. It's in front of the home crowd. I love taking a team that looked really bad the week before. If they're at home on dress rehearsal week, they're going to make an emphasis for the win. We're getting a short number here because of the New England Patriot name in Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I'm going to lay the small number with Detroit. Look for them to get an easy win. I look for them to win this 7-10 points. We'll take Detroit on Thursday.
I agree with you. And then again, you look at, Brady with the knee. Again, everything looks okay, but why chance it? And you've got Fairley, Ndamukong Suh, and now Ziggy Ansah, the kid from BYU, who's just a beast. You don't want to risk him against a defensive line that's got a lot of speed. No sense getting him sacked over there on the turf. Let's just get in, get out, couple series there, and then you see how good Ryan Mallett is.
Absolutely.
And Tebow.
Yeah, well, Tebow, that's another story. All right, guys, that's the first video for this week. We're going to be right back next with Ken's play. He's going to take a look at a baseball game. We're going to go to Friday night action, or Saturday action, I'm sorry, with the Friday night. Oakland and Baltimore. Friday, and it's going to be Straley and Norris. We'll be talking about that next here on pregame.tv.